So today I'm going to be talking about the moon landing hoax and why we definitely went to the moon, because I used to fall into the belief that I wasn't sure about the moon landing. I used to jump back and forth between we definitely didn't go to the moon and we definitely did, but now I am 100% sure that we have gone to the moon, and I'm about to explain to you why. Now, I, being someone who likes conspiracy theories just for the simple thought experiment of them, I like conspiracy theories, but I also try to look at them from a just complete objective point of view. And the moon landing hoax was actually something I used to somewhat believe in, but I've kind of switched on. I think we went to the moon. I think it's almost without a doubt we 100% went to the moon. And I'm about to explain why the moon landing was 100% not a hoax and we actually have been there. And this is coming from someone who has a I want to believe poster in his room. So, like, the evidence that people who do still believe that the moon landing was a hoax, the evidence that they put forward is either very disprovable, easily disprovable, or just flat out not true, or highly speculative, or coincidental evidence. So yeah, I'm going to show you some of the footage now and point out the anomalies that show that this is something that can only be filmed on the moon and that simply is just not a soundstage.
That max acceleration? No. Man, you're really bouncing. Okay, when he hits the craters and starts bouncing is when he gets his roots and tail. He makes sharp turns. Hey, that was a good stop. Those wheels just locked. Mark off. Okay.
See, now that to me, that footage right there is almost in and itself irrefutable evidence that we went to the moon, because you can just tell the way it's bouncing that, they're not in Earth's gravity or Earth's atmosphere. The way it's bouncing up and down as if, there's almost no gravity. And you can see the way the dust is being kicked up, and it takes a second to kind of descend back to the ground. It just, you watch that, and if they faked that, that is like a huge accomplishment. I don't even know how, like, it's impossible. It's impossible. You can't fake that. Not only does that footage look like irrefutable, third-party science organizations and science divisions in other countries like India, for example, have looked at the lunar surface with telescopes and taken images confirming like our lunar landing sites for the Apollo missions, and have taken images of the tracks left by the lunar rover that I just showed you a clip of. And besides just the footage of the Apollo 17 mission where they're driving around the lunar rover, there's so much more footage from the other Apollo landings that look like you can't deny them. Like, I'll play them right now. See, here is where people like to say that they couldn't have been on the moon because with zero to low gravity or atmosphere, this flag shouldn't be waving. But the reason it's waving is because he is shaking it and moving it, and there's nothing to slow down that kinetic energy because, like I said, there's almost zero atmosphere, so it's just going to keep moving until something stops it from moving. It's going to stay still and stay upright, but if you touch it or move it like the astronaut is doing, it's going to wave, and it's going to continue to wave, like forever, essentially.
Give me a demonstration here, Joe. Roger, right on. Here it goes. Spectacular demonstration.
See, in the footage I just showed you, I think it's very clear you can tell that they're not affected by Earth's gravity. They're clearly not on Earth, because the way they're moving objects, and you can tell that they're just not affected by gravity, and the way they're kicking up the dirt, you could just, that just doesn't happen here on Earth. So I feel like that'd be pretty hard to fake in a soundstage, so hard that you might as well just go to the moon. Another thing I think is irrefutable is that if you take a look at this image, you'll see right here, that is a laser reflector that they placed on the surface during one of the Apollo missions. And basically what that does is it allows people on Earth to point lasers at it and bounce off and reflect back to Earth, so they can then collect data and take all sorts of different kind of measurements. But not only does it still on the surface to this day, third-party science companies and even people who have the money, individuals who have the money and I guess passion to do it and have done this, have bounced their own lasers off this and got their own readings. And not only is the laser reflector still on the surface to this day, this part of this landing module is still there at this landing site. You can see it. And even the flag is too. The flag has fallen and it has turned white. It has been bleached from the sun. But yeah, the flag is still there to this day. Alright, well that's about all I have to go over with on the topic of the moon landing. I just thought this video would just be interesting to make, so I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you like, it would do this video wonders, and I'll see you in the next video.